morning, dear students. Welcome to our biology class. And today I'm going to start your next concept about the hormones in this chemical coordination and integration. So the next hormone is the pineal gland. The pineal gland located on the dorsal side of forebrain. So the pineal gland is located on the dorsal side. It means the dorsal in the sense front of the forebrain. Then pineal secretes hormone is called melatonin. So the pineal gland which is secretes the hormone is called melatonin, and melatonin plays a very important role in the regulation of 24 hours rhythm of our body. So it means our body is 24 hours rhythm, and which is the play the important hormone in this process is called melatonin. Okay, so the pineal gland which is secretes the melatonin and which is involved, it means it is play a very important role in the regulation of a 24 hours rhythm of our body. Here for example, it helps in maintaining the normal rhythms of sleep wake cycle, body temperature, metabolism process, pigmentation, menstrual cycle, and defense capacity. Okay, so the pineal gland which is secretes melatonin and which is located on the dorsal side of our forebrain and which is plays an important role in the regulation of 24 hours rhythm of our body, in the sense it maintains sleep wake cycle, body temperature, metabolism process, pigmentation, menstrual cycle, and defense capacity. Okay, and the next one, thyroid gland. See, the thyroid gland is composed of two lobes on either side of trachea, and both the lobes are interconnected with a thin flap of connective tissue is called isthmus. So here the thyroid gland which is located or which is composed of two lobes on either side of a trachea, and both lobes are interconnected with a thin flap and which is having the connective tissue that is called isthmus. Then the thyroid gland is composed of follicles and stromal tissues. See here the follicle cells which are composed in these thyroid glands and also having stromal tissue. So here the stromal tissues, it is a part of tissue and which is having a large connective tissue. Okay, and each thyroid follicle is composed of follicular cells. So the thyroid glands which is having the, it means it is composed with the follicles and stromal tissues. Here the stromal tissues are nothing but they having the connective tissues, and which is composed of follicular cells, and follicular cells synthesizes two hormones, namely tetraiodothyronine or it is also called thyroxine hormone, and second one is triiodothyronine. Okay, so these are the two types of the thyroid hormones, which are tetraiodothyronine or the thyroxine hormone and triiodothyronine. Okay, and the next one, iodine is necessary for the normal rate of hormone synthesis in thyroid. Okay, see here the most common cause of goiters, okay, so which is worldwide, is leads to the iodine in the diet, and here the iodine is necessary for the normal rate of hormone synthesis in our thyroid gland. And here the goiter or the hyperthyroidism is that enlargement of thyroid gland. So the goiter, the disease which is due to the deficiency of iodine concentration in our body. Okay, so the goiter, it means the iodine is necessary for the normal rate of hormone synthesis in thyroid, and the goiter or the hypothyroidism is that enlargement of thyroid gland. And here the most common cause of goiter worldwide is the lack of iodine in the diet. Okay, and the hypothyroidism during pregnancy causes defective development and maturation of the growing baby, leading to stunted growth, which is called cretinism, and mental retardation, low intelligence quotient, abnormal skin, and deep mutism. Okay, so this hypothyroidism during pregnancy in pregnancy women, which is cause very defective development and maturation of the growing baby, also leading to some diseases or some disorders like stunted growth, and which is also called cretinism, mental retardation. So the leading to mental stress or the mental retardation, then low intelligence quotient, abnormal skin, and deep mutism. See here, deep mutism, it is nothing but which is generally due to a loss of hearing. Okay, so loss of hearing capacity before the age of 2 to 3 years, and which hinders learning to speak. Okay, so this is the deep mutism, and which is leading to caused by hypothyroidism during the pregnancy women. Then in adults women, hypothyroidism may cause menstrual cycle to become irregular. Okay, so irregular of the menstrual cycle due to the hyperthyroidism in most of the adult women. Then also hyperthyroidism is that occurs due to cancer or due to development of nodules in thyroid glands, and which adversely affect the body physiology. So even hypothyroidism is also occur due to cancer or due to the development or the formation of the nodules in thyroid glands, and which is adversely affect the body physiology. Okay, it is also affect our body physiology due to the formation of nodules or the development of the or due to the cancer. Okay, so and the thyroid hormone play an important role in the regulation of the basal metabolic rate. Okay, and these hormones also support the process of red blood cell formation. So not only the so it has the adverse effect, so it is also helps to, it means the thyroid hormone also support the process of red blood formation, then control the metabolism carbohydrate, proteins and fats in our body, and also maintenance of water and electrolyte balance. And thyroid gland also secretes a protein hormone that is called thyrocalcitonin, and which regulates the blood calcium level. Okay, see here, thyroid hormone, it also helps to maintain or support the process of the formation of red blood cells, which is RBCs, and also control the metabolism of carbohydrates, fats as well as the proteins in our body, and also maintenance of water capacity as well as the electrolyte balance, and also secretes a protein hormone which is called thyrocalcitonin, and this thyrocalcitonin regulates the blood calcium level. See, which is diagrammatic view of ventral side of thyroid. See here the vocal cord, and here thyroid, and which is having the trachea. Okay, and the next one, parathyroid gland. So in humans, 4 thyroid glands are present on the back side of the thyroid glands. Okay, so in every humans having the 4 thyroid glands which are present on the back side of the thyroid gland, and one pair each in 2 lobes of the thyroid gland, and it secretes a peptide hormone that is called parathyroid hormone, and which increases calcium levels in blood, so called hypercalcemic hormone. So in this parathyroid, and this hormone secretes the parathyroid hormone, it means it secretes peptide hormone that is called parathyroid hormone, and it increases calcium level in blood, and so it is called hypercalcemic hormone. And this parathyroid hormone stimulates bone resorption and reabsorption of calcium from blood, and reabsorption of calcium by renal tubules. See here here it secretes peptide hormone. Okay, so that is called parathyroid hormone, and this stimulates bone resorption. See here, bone resorption, it is nothing but it is the resorption. Here the bone tissues is process which osteoclasts break down the tissues in bones and resulting in the transfer of calcium from bone tissues to the blood. So here the breakdown, so in that sense osteoclasts which break down the tissues in bones and which is resulting in the transfer of calcium from bone tissues to the blood. This is called resorption. Okay, so here also parathyroid gland, it plays a significant role in calcium balance in the body and increases calcium absorption from the digested food. See here the diagrammatic view of dorsal side of parathyroid. See here the 4 parathyroid glands. And the next one, thymus gland. See here the thymus gland is lobular structure located on the dorsal side of the heart and the aorta. The thymus gland plays a major role in the development of the immune system. Okay, so it means it is helps to development of our immune system and it makes very strong our immune system. And the gland secretes the peptide hormone that is called thymosin and which plays a major role in the differentiation of thymus lymphocytes. Those are called T lymphocytes and which provide cell mediated immunity. And thymosins also promote production of antibodies to provide humoral immunity. So because of these thymus glands are which is helps to development of our immune system in case of the production of antibodies, so it is also provide humoral immunity. So it protects our body from the further infection or the further diseases and which is fight against with the antigens or the forensic diseases. Okay, and the immunity of old people usually becomes weak as thymus gets degenerated with age. So this thymus gland, it means in immunity of the old people or the aged person becomes weak and the thymus gets degenerated with the age. So according to the age or aged peoples, so this gland which is becomes weak and it get degenerated. Okay, and the next, adrenal gland located on anterior part of each kidney, composed of 2 types of tissues, central adrenal medulla and outside adrenal cortex. So basically adrenal gland, okay, which is located on anterior part of each kidney. Okay, so and which composed of 2 types of tissues are called central adrenal medulla and outside adrenal cortex. And here the adrenal medulla which is located in the central part of the anterior region, it secretes 2 hormones are called adrenaline or epinephrine and the second one noradrenaline or norepinephrine. Okay, so these 2 hormones which are secreted by central adrenal medulla in the adrenal glands, and these hormones are also called catecholamines. Okay, so these adrenaline or and noradrenaline, epinephrine or norepinephrine, which are also called catecholamines, and these hormones are also called emergency hormones because rapidly secreted in response to stress of any kind and during emergency situation. Okay, see these hormones are called emergency hormones because they rapidly secreted and they immediately response to our stress or any kind or during emergency situations. Okay, so that's why these hormones are called emergency hormones, and these hormones increases alertness, pupillary dilation, sweating, heartbeat, the strength of heart contraction and the rate of respiration. Okay, so why it is called emergency hormones? In the sense rapid secretion in during the emergency situation as well as response to stress of any kind. Okay, so and what it does in this hormone secretion in the emergency situation, so it helps to increase alertness, so our body get alert contracting and pupillary dilation, sweating occur or the occurrence of the sweating, and heartbeat increases, the strength of heart contraction as well as the rate of respiration even also increases. Then the adrenal cortex can be divided into three layers. First one, zona reticulata, which is the innermost layer. Then second one, zona fasciculata, which is the middle, and zona glomerulosa, which is the outermost layer. Okay, so the adrenal cortex can be divided into three layers, so it depends on or based on the presence of layers in inner, middle as well as the outer. Zona reticulata, which is located inner layer or which is inside, then zona fasciculata, which is the middle one, and zona glomerulosa, which is outermost layer. The adrenal cortex secretes many hormones called corticoids, and which involved in carbohydrate metabolism are called glucocorticoids, and which stimulates gluconeogenesis, lipolysis and proteolysis. And here the main of the corticoid, that is the gluconeogenesis, cortisol. Okay, so the most important thing here, the adrenal cortex, which is secretes many hormones, are called corticoids. Okay, and which is involved in carbohydrate metabolism. So this corticoid which is involved during the carbohydrate metabolism and are called glucocorticoids. And this glucocorticoid, it stimulates gluconeogenesis, lipolysis and proteolysis. So here the most common glucocorticoids is the cortisol. Okay, and here the adrenal cortex also secretes mineral corticoid, which regulate the balance of water and electrolytes in our body. And here the common or the one of the adrenal cortex or the mineralocorticoid, that is the aldosterone. Okay, thank you. And the next class we will discuss another one, gland.